Okay, so we are in fuels part 2. We already finished part 1, which is about what is fuels, of course, and the combustion reaction, and what are the classifications of fuels, di ba? It is classified either by phase or occurrence, okay? And we also tackled about the calorific value of fuels, right? We calculated some examples. We calculated their gross calorific value and net calorific value. So today, about we will tackle about fuels part 2, and these are the contents. So what is calorimeter? First, yun. Second, what is bump calorimeter? And then what is voice gas calorimeter? And what is the purpose of measuring the heat value of fuels? So do we need to measure that? Okay? Siyempre, pero in a large scale, why do we need to measure that? Okay. So what is calorimeter? First, of course, a calorimeter is a device used to measure the amount of heat involved in a chemical or physical processes. Alright. So it is associated with, of course, your chemical reactions, physical changes, and phase changes. Alright, so as an introduction, so in 1961, Joseph Black, he introduced the concept of latent heat, and it led to the creation of the first ice colorimeters. Okay? And in 1780 naman, Antoine Lavoisier o Lavoisier observed the combustion process through a gas exchange from a guinea pig's respiration to melt snow. Okay, so there we have here timelines. So first one in 1761, si Joseph Black. So this is just a introduction on how calorimeters are developed. Okay, in 1761, we have Joseph Black introduced the latent heat that led to the creation of the first ice calorimeter. Okay, so in this calorimeter, maybe he utilized ice and observed how it was melting, diba, in the surroundings. Well, this is a more in-depth detail sa physical chemistry for engineers of chemical engineering students. Okay. It's more like heat transfer. Okay, pero we'll not discuss that further. So you just know the where it came from. Okay. Next we have 1780. So that's like 20 years. Meron naman na si Antoine Lavoisier. Hindi ko alam kung paano siya ibigkas. Pero ganyan ang spelling. Okay? So, he observed the combustion process through gas exchange from a guinea pig's respiration. So, meron siyang animal na ginamit. Guinea pig's respiration to melt a snow. So, you see, we're talking about heat transfer here. Okay? And then, in 1782, that's just after 2 years, okay, we have Lavoisier and then the Pierre-Simon Laplace. So parang they have enhanced, diba? They use the ice colorimeters to measure the heat release from chemical reactions of melting an ice to water. Okay. So completely. Diba? So, ginamit nila yung ice colorimeter from Joseph Black, and then they observed the transformation of melting ice into water, right? So these are the reasons why we need to measure the gross calorific value or just the heating value of your fuel. So later on, since you are all engineers later, hindi naman kayo lahat siguro magtatrabaho sa construction. Some of you may work in chemical industries na or like power plants na nag-utilize ng mga organic fuels like wood, your bagas from sugar cane, ganon. And some, yung, alam niyo yung nakikita nyo sa daan minsan na nagtra-travel, meron siyang ipa, yung rice husk, di ba? So, those actually are fuels to utilize its calorific value to turn it into a an electricity. So, meron tayo dyan sa Cagayan Biomass Incorporated. So, ginagamit nila yung rice husk to heat your water, and then yung water, it becomes steam, and then goes through a turbine, and then may mechanical energy that is produced from the turbine, and from the turbine, meron tayong generator, it becomes electricity. Okay, so why am I telling you this? Sometimes you will be, or siyempre, siguro yung mga pinaka i-hire nila sa QA or quality control or quality assurance ay chemical engineers, but there are times na civil engineers din ang kinukuha nila kasi alam din naman ninyo to. That's why we are discussing it about the actual GCV. Okay? So in power plants, meron mga nagtitinda ng rice husk, ng iba't ibang fuels. Okay? They might claim that they have this value of their calorific value, di ba? So, we have already talked about kung mas mataas ang calorific value natin, mataas ang energy, di ba? Gusto natin yung mas mataas. So, sometimes yung mga suppliers or yung mga nagtitinda, they claim that their fuel has high calorific value, di ba? Pero, that's why in the laboratory or as a QA or quality assurance engineer later on, you will calculate for, or you determine the actual GCV of the fuel, and it can be determined by your bump colorimeter or voice gas colorimeter. Yun yung pag-uusapan natin mamaya. So, these are the advantages of test facilities for GCV. Of course, yung actual GCV of the fuel is can be determined, and i-cross-check natin with the test report na ipoprovide ng supplier. So, sometimes kasi, para mas mataas ang kanilang kita, sinasabi nila na mas mataas ang calorific value. But in the laboratory, we can confirm kung tama ba yung sinasabi nila. Diba? How do they do that? So, mamaya, pag-uusapan natin. Of course, kapag quality assurance ka, kapag poor yung quality, o pangit yung quality, you can reject it. And you have the basis. May basis ka. Bakit mo nasabing poor ang quality? Mababa ang GCV. Diba? And then, what is the amount of air required for combustion? It can be pre-calculated. Of course, combustion, we are talking about the fuel plus oxygen, di ba? So, we can determine how much oxygen is needed to combust the fuel. Kung mas mataas kasi ang kailangang oxygen dyan, minsan nire-reject yan. Okay? So, bakit? Anong ibig sabihin ng mas mataas na oxygen? Sometimes, kapag mas moist yung fuel, kailangan ng mas maraming oxygen. Yes sir, lagi namang present ang air, di ba? So, yes, you are correct about that. Pero, ang ating boilers, yung boilers ay yung parang sa engine sa chemical industries na nagsusunog ng mga fuel. Okay, pero closed space kasi yun. Diba? So, they have a container. Yung container dyan, of course, we have initial amount of oxygen. Okay? Hindi naman natin pwedeng nakabukas lang yan. It will cause sometimes explosion or heat loss. Ayaw natin ang heat loss. Okay? So, we can also have the specific fuel consumption. It can be reduced when you know that you have a good quality. Good quality of fuel. So, these are the advantages of knowing the GCV. Okay? So, what is bomb calorimeter? So, what is its difference with the Boyce gas calorimeter? Alright? So, this bomb calorimeter, it is used to determine the calorific value of solid fuel and non-volatile liquid fuel. So, solid fuel, okay, yung talagang na pwedeng ilagay dyan, and non-volatile, ibig sabihin ng non-volatile na liquid fuel, hindi siya agad nag-evaporate. So, hindi kagaya kasi ng alcohol, say for example, alcohol tayo dito. Ang alcohol, pag iniwan mo sa lamesa for a short period of time, nauubos siya, di ba? Kahit wala kang ginagawa. Ang nangyayari doon ay nagvo-volatilize yung alcohol. So, ibig sabihin ng alcohol ay volatile. So, hindi pwede yan dito sa bomb calorimeter natin. Okay? Alright. So, how does this work? Yung bomb calorimeter natin. So, we have this figure here. Okay? So, ito ay parang cylinder na naka-capsule. Okay? Talagang pressurized. Tapos, may tubig sa loob. Okay? May tubig sa loob. And then, meron din mas maliit pang lagayan sa loob. Yan yung tawag natin dyan yung bomb talaga. Diba? Parang, kaya nga bomb calorimeter. So, meron tayo dyan. Meron tayong ignition wires. Okay? Para i-ignite yung sample na fuel sa loob. Okay? So, may sample tayo sa loob. I-ignite yan. And then, kapag na-ignite, ito, okay, alam natin iinit tong buong lagayan na to, di ba? Yung init niya ay matatransfer sa water. Yung water is assumed to be stirred or nahalo-halo yan. Kaya meron tayong thermometer dito to measure the delta T. Okay? To measure the temperature gradient dito. Okay? Pag nakuha na natin ang temperature gradient, makakalculate natin ang calorific value. Okay? So, in a more insightful context. So, we have, if our delta T has a value, ibig sabihin we have heat transfer from the sample to the water. And ibig sabihin din yan, we have energy. Diba? So, kapag ang temperature natin ng water, pagkatapos natin to inignite, ay wala pa rin, ibig sabihin, mas mahina yung energy ng sample. So, ganun minimeasure. So, we can calculate that using this equation. Okay? So, this is the equation that we are going to utilize to calculate for the HCV and LCV. Okay? So, HCV is equal to W na malaki plus W na maliit, ito, okay, times T2 minus T1. Okay, so ano yung mga yan? Right? So, yung W na malaki, that is your mass of water in the calorimeter. Okay, may tubig doon, di ba? Yung W na maliit, it is the water equivalent of bump, calorimeter bump sa thermometer or yung etc. Ganun. Yung iba pang nandoon. Okay? Your T2, that is the final temperature. Your T1 is your initial temperature. Diba? So, sabi natin, we have delta T dapat. And delta T, that is equal to T2 minus T1. Okay? Yung HCV, that is your higher calorific value. Okay, yan. Alright. So, how can we determine? Okay? So, that is equal to the heat liberated. That is equal to your heat gain. Diba? So, dun sa ating tank, diba? Meron tayong maliit dito. Meron tayong energy dito na pinanggagalingan, diba? May energy dito na ta-transfer sa water. So, kung ano yung loss ng energy dito sa loob ng maliit, yun naman ang na-gain ng water natin dito sa labas. Diba? So, they are equal. So, kung ano yung na-gain nito, ito yung na-loss nitong maliit. Diba? So, what is heat liberated? That is M times HCV. That is equal to the heat gain of the water, which is W plus W na maliit times your delta T. Okay? So, our formula is HCV is equal to W plus W na maliit times times your T2 here over your M, which is the mass. Okay? Ayan. So, that is the formula. Pero ano tong nakikita natin dito sa kabila? So, itong formula kasi dito, hindi pa na-anticipate yung iba't ibang mga factors. Dito sa kabilang formula natin, which we will use for calculations, na meron tayong correction factors. Okay? So, correction factors, they are considered in the calculation of the calorific value. So, meron tayong nakikitang ibang variables. Meron tayong CC, may CA, may CF, may CCT. So, ano yan? So, your CF, that is your fuse wire correction. So, kapag naglagay tayo ng wire, of course, it is the correction due to the heat liberated upon ignition of the fuse wire. So, kapag in-ignite natin yung fuse wire, hindi naman galing sa fuel yung heat, di ba? Galing sa electricity. So, parang na-add yun sa heat na napunta sa water. Kaya, i-minus natin yan. Okay? So, CF, i-minus natin yan. Yung CCT, that is your cotton thread correction, it is the correction made by the weight of dry cotton thread used for firing. So, kapag nagsisiga ka ng apoy, di ba, kailangan mo ng like papel para masunog yung wood mo, di ba? So, dito naman sa bump colorimeter natin, gumagamit ng dry cotton. Yung dry cotton, syempre, meron siyang energy. So, kailangan natin din yan i-minus sa actual. So, that is na-minus din dito. Next naman is we have the acid correction. So, ano tong acid correction? It is the correction due to the heat form from the oxidation of your nitrogen and sulfur present in the fuel, and it is forming nitric acid and sulfuric acid. So, as we know, yung nitric and sulfuric acid, they are not part of the combustion, di ba? So, these are byproducts. So, these are the compounds that are naturally occurring when we heat or we put a sample into the pump colorimeter. So merong heat kasi ang nitric acid and sulfuric acid. So we need to subtract din yan. Okay? Meron din tayong next na correction. It's the cooling correction. So opposite ng heating. Di ba? So nagkaroon ng cooling. So dapat i-plus natin yan. Di ba? So yung cooling natin, it is the correction due to the rate of and time taken for cooling of water in the colorimeter from the maximum temperature attained to the room temperature. So, ipa-plus natin yan kasi cooling yan. So, this is the formula that we are going to use to calculate for the HCV of our fuel sample. Okay? Okay, so we have our first example for calculating the calorific value. Okay. So, first, of course, we write the given. Okay? So, given sa atin yung mass of the fuel, which is 0.83 grams. Given din sa atin yung mass of the water, which is 3,500 grams. Given sa atin ang T2 and T1. Yung T2 natin is 29.2 degrees Celsius. T1 is 26.5 degrees Celsius. Okay? Given din tayo ng water equivalent, W na maliit, which is 385. Given tayo ng latent heat, which is 587. Given din tayo ng percent H, which is equal to 0.7%. Okay? So, we are asked to calculate for the HCV and NCV. Yung NCV natin, that is just equal to your LCV. Diba? If you watch the first part of the fuels lecture video, alam nyo to. Okay? So, let's calculate for the HCV. So, HCV is equal to mass of the water plus water equivalent times T2 minus T1 or the delta T over the mass of the water. Okay? So, we just plug and play. Plug natin yung values. We have 3,500 plus 385 times 29.2 degrees Celsius minus 26.5 degrees Celsius over the mass of the water, mass of the fuel, that is 0.83 grams. So our HCV, so you can input this to your calculator and double check kung tama ba yung mga calculations ko. Okay. So that is equal to 12,638 calories per gram. Okay, so we have now our answer for the HCV. So next we calculate for the LCV. That is equal to HCV minus 0.09 times the percent hydrogen times latent heat. So already have the HCV 12,638 minus 0.09 times the percent hydrogen is 0.7 times the latent heat, which is equal to 587. Okay, so our LCV is also, it's equal to 12,601 calories per gram. So this is now our final answers. Diba? Madali lang. Just plug and play. So activity 2, you can pause the video if you want to calculate for this learning activity 2. Okay, to answer that. So we to answer this, of course, we write the given first. given we have mass is equal to 0.85 grams. We also have the um, mass of the water, which is 1,800 grams. We have the temperature rise. Anong ibig sabihin ng temperature rise? Ibig sabihin yan ay delta T na yun. Diba? Delta T, or that is your value for T2 minus T1. That is equal to 3 degrees Celsius. Okay. Given din tayo ng water equivalent, which is equal to 180 grams. So, we are just asked to calculate for the HCV. HCV, pareho ulit, is equal to W times T2 minus T1 over M. So, W na malaki is 1,800 grams plus 180 times 3 over 0.85. Diba? So, our HCV is equal to 6,988.23 calories per gram. So, this is now our final answer. Okay? Bilis lang. Okay, so, we have this next example na mas marami ng given na ayan, so kompleto. Meron tayong cooling correction, acid correction, fuse wire correction, and the cotton thread reaction. So you can actually calculate this by substituting this to our formula na isa na merong correction factors. So you can calculate this, okay, on your own. So I'm giving the final answer. Okay, you can pause the video if you want, and then double check yung tama din yung answer niyo. So yung answer for HCV is 6,197 calories per gram. Yung LCV naman is equal to 5,853.6 calories per gram. So these are the final answers, and you can double check it by calculating it yourself. Okay? Yan. Okay, so let's move on to the Boyce gas colorimeter. So, ano yung Boyce gas colorimeter? So, how does this work? Okay, so your Boyce gas colorimeter, it is used to determine the calorific value of gaseous fuel and volatile liquid fuel. Yung kanina, yung BAM colorimeter is used to find the calorific value of solid fuel and non-volatile liquid fuel. Yun. Okay. So this is based on the counterflow of heat exchanger, where gaseous fuel is burnt at a constant rate along the water circulation in a copper coil. So ano yun? Ano ibig sabihin nun? So, take your focus dito sa part na to. So, meron tayong burning fuel. So, the source of that, of course, is from a pipeline of the gaseous fuel or the volatile liquid fuel. Papasok sa dyan, and then saka natin i-ignite, kaya may parang candle dito. Ha? And then itong buong setup na to, buong yan, ipapatong dyan dito, na nasa gitna yan. Okay? Yung itong mga coils na to ay parang spring-like. Diba? So meron tayong source ng water dito. Dito pumapasok dyan. Coils yan. So, parang siyang tube na maliliit. Okay. Nagsisirculate yan. And then, dadaan malapit dito sa ating mainit na parang fire. Diba? So, yung fire na yan, iinit yung tubig dito. Okay. So, iinit yung tubig, tapos yung tubig ay, syempre, iinit. At i-measure yan gamit yung thermometer. So, again, meron tayong delta T. Diba? Delta T ng water. Okay. So, we know that there is an exchange of energy because we have temperature gradient. We have the change in temperature. Okay. Yan. Ganun lang ang Boyce gas colorimeter. Okay, so this is the formula for the Boyce gas colorimeter. Pareho lang din naman dun sa context na kung ano yung nawala na heat from the fire, yun naman ang nagain ng water dun sa coil. So, the heat released from the fire is the equal to the heat absorbed by the water. Okay, so this is the formula for that. HCV is equal to W times T2 minus T1 over V. So, your W na malaki, that is the mass of the water. The V is the volume of the gas burned. Okay, volume siya, hindi siya in terms of mass. Yung T2 minus T1, that is the temperature rise, di ba? That is temperature 2 and temperature 1. Okay? And then, ayun. Okay? So, that is the formula for HCV. Next naman, what is the formula for the LCV? LCV is equal to HCV minus L. Okay? Yung latent heat dito ay minus. So, LCV is also equal to HCV minus M over V times 587. Yung M, that is the mass of the water. V, mass of the condensed water in time T. And then V is the volume of gas burned. Okay. Ayan. So, let's have an example for a better visualization of the concept. So these are the following that were obtained from a Boyce gas colorimeter experiment. So we have the volume of gas used V, that is 0.1 meter cube at STP, weight of the water, which is 500 kilograms, temperature inlet or T1, 20 degrees, temperature outlet T2, 30 degrees, and weight of the steam condensed in, that is equal to 0.15 kilograms. So we are asked to calculate for the lower calorific value per cubic meter at STP and take the heat liberated in condensing water vapor and cooling condensate as 580 kilocalorie per kilogram. Okay. So the formula we're going to use for that, of course, so HCV, that is equal to W times T2 minus T1 over V. Okay. So we are given the W, which is 50, times T2 minus T1, 30 minus 20 over V is equal to 0.1. So our HCV is equal to 5,000 kilocalories per meter cube. So, check your units. Okay? Kasi kung wala kang ilalagay na unit, wrong lang din. Okay? So, let's calculate for the LCV. Okay? LCV is equal to HCV minus M over V times 580. Okay? So, we have our HCV, which is 5,000 minus M, which is equal to 0.15 over V, 0.1 times 580. Okay, so we have our final answer as 4,130 kilocalorie per meter cube. So this is now our final answer. Ganun lang kadali. Okay? Alright. Okay, so that ends our fuels part 2. So I hope you understood that. If you have any questions, you can just chat and I will do my best to answer that. Okay, so this will be included to your quiz. Okay, thank you for listening. Goodbye everyone.